Alright guys, Remus71 here. Welcome to my Thief build guide. Check this out. Tiger's Bloodlust, Leviathan's Scourge. Aim past the cleave radius, it splashes the whole area. Fly to the other end. Aim past the radius, splash the whole area. Fly to the other end. Take some retaliation damage. Uncanny dodge. Absolutely broken. Aim to the end. Splash. Let's get into it. Right, where do I begin, guys? So, if you were keeping a keen eye on the damage logs in the intro, you'll have noticed that in all of that mess, I took 1 damage. And the reason for that is Uncanny Dodge, which the rogue gets at level 5. This ability is absolutely broken, the way it's behaving in patch 8. Nobody's cottoning on to it whatsoever. I was in the Discord today and everyone's saying Thief is the worst. It's the worst. And yeah, it's biting my tongue. It is absolutely broken. And this build goes all in on exploiting it. So I had a meltdown a couple of weeks ago. I was chasing views, oversimplifying things. I promised you the channel's going back to its root of unapologetically try hard, mechanically intensive, over-engineered builds. And yeah, this is what we've landed on. There's a lot to get through. I don't do scripts, just rambling. I'll be thinking aloud for a lot of it. It's just it's a monologue. But if anything's not clear, because I just like lose focus and just start talking rubbish and miss things. Like I did my Hexblade build guide. I didn't say what to do at level 12. Just forgot. Just literally forgot. But yeah, I love speaking to you guys about builds, about the game, about the mechanics. And yeah, this build does take a bit of finessing. It takes a bit of practice to lock in the gameplay loop, and it's got progression. So yeah, anything that doesn't come across as clear as it should, just get at me in the comments. I normally get back to people quite quick. And but yeah, Robert said he wants a build that does absolutely everything. And yeah, this is it. So starting as Karlach or running this build on Karlach is really important, and that's because she gets native fire resistance and she gets her soul coins as well, which give us easy access to fire damage on both weapons without blocking our glove slot with Helldusk. Yeah, it just keeps the glove slot open. And we're going to go Barbarian 1 to start off. This is the stat spread out. Natural strength, right? We don't want to block our elixir slot. We don't want to block our glove slot in the end game. So yeah, we go natural strength. I like even wisdom, but if you want even charisma, we can add expertise to intimidation, and she comes with thaumaturgy as well, which gives her advantage. But anyway, at level 1 we get medium armor proficiency and we get rage, so we're going straight off the bat damage reduction. Right, level 2. Oh, the other thing is the barbarians starting hit dice are really high, so it's 12 plus constitution modifier. So you start with 15 HP, which feels really good. Level 2, Rogue. So, expertise and intimidation. So, a +3 with advantage. It's really good. You've got like the guidance amulet on as well. You'll pass a lot of dialogue checks. If you haven't done the Karlach origin, I highly recommend it. I love it. She's my favourite character. She is beautiful. She is one hot mama. Athletics expertise. +7's really good for throwing goblins about and whatnot. And yeah, sleight of hand. You can do a passable job as a thief. Not great, but not awful. Rogue 2. Rogue 3. We take thief for the bonus action. And then level 5, we take dual wielder. Level 6, we get uncanny dodge. So now I'm going to take you through the itemization, because you can get the weapon set that the build uses at level 3, and we never use any other weapons. Basically, the two items combined are a legendary weapon set in my eyes, and the way they interact with uncanny dodge is really interesting. Let's have a look. So what we're working towards, and is completely online by level 6, is adding riders to Leviathan's Scourge and reducing all of its damage to ourselves to 0, so we can just use it indiscriminately and take no damage. So this damage reduction is online entirely at level 6, but the progression towards it, levels 3, 4, 5, is really smooth and really clean, because the thief kit is just really good in the early game. So just pick up any finesse weapon to use your sneak attack dice. Just put a dagger in there, hide, get your sneak attack dice off. Then another light weapon in your offhand. But then as soon as we get dual wielder, Falar Louv in your main hand, the adamantine scale mail, Leviathan's Scourge, and uncanny dodge, all the splash damage from Leviathan's Scourge and all of its riders will be reduced to 0. So you're going to have Falar Louv running, which is going to add a 1d4 onto the weapon, and it's going to add a 1d4 onto the 1d6 splash damage as well. So you can dash with Speedy Light Feet, give you an electric charge. You've got Falar Louv running. You're fighting a bunch of enemies. Say we were to go and hit Lae'zel. Can you see the circle? That's the splash area, right? The splash can pop items, which is unbelievably strong for the action economy. So I'm going to show you the Wargaz fight and what you can do with it. But you can heal on demand, right? If this is a healing potion, you can hit Lae'zel and he'll pop it.
Watch yourself.
If you hit her. See, it's popped it. And let's have a look at the damage there. So we rolled a 6, which is the maximum roll. It was halved by resistance, -1 by magical plate, and then -1 by uncanny dodge. So the highest roll, a 6, did 1 damage to us with the kit running. And you can do this with as many instances of damage on your turn as you can stack. If we had Falar Louv running, Falar Louv would have been reduced to nothing. The lightning charge would have been reduced to nothing. The Callous Glow Ring would be reduced to nothing. So as you saw in the intro, that whole sequence, I took 1 damage, and that is the combination of resistance, uncanny dodge, and magical plate. On your turn, it makes you completely unkillable. You just cannot take damage. As you're progressing towards the full kit at level 6 of uncanny dodge, adamantine, splint mail, and your resistances, because obviously we get physical resistance from rage as well, so you reduce the vast majority of physical damage to just nothing or 1. Before that, it's a little bit of a balancing act. Obviously you've got the resistance, so you can roll a 2 or a 3, but at level 4 and 5 your hit dice is lower. But just use potions. Just get in the habit of dropping a potion at your foot. You've got 2 of these Leviathan's splashes on your bonus action. You've got Valar Louvre running. You've got lightning charges. And just drop a potion, heal yourself up. You can pop void bulbs, drag all the goblins in, splash the damage onto them, and it's going to be a 1d6 plus the 1d4 plus the lightning charge. Early game, with 2 of those attacks, you're going to be averaging like 15 damage in an AoE. It's really good, guys. And obviously we've got 5 levels of rogue here, which is 3 sneak attack dice, right? Valar Louvre can sneak attack. So like an early combat loop would be like sneaker.
Stealth mode activated.
Get your sneak attack dice off. And then splash your Leviathans. Use consumables as you need them to top up your health, void bulbs to drag people into you. Bual's Benediction is really good because it gives you advantage on bleeding targets. So you want to stack up on them, right? So like one stat you can do, a beta. Right, let me transfuse health. Right, so uncanny dodge halves the damage from transfuse health. So see, I took 13 there. Look at that. It halves everything. This build is a healer. You can heal your allies. Uncanny dodge, you just take half damage. Like, it does everything. It's better. It's like better than a life cleric. But yeah, we've healed her up a bit now. So get some spike bulbs, right? Drop it. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Put that there, right? And you put a potion there as well. Pop it. So she's bleeding. So we've got advantage. So Bual's Benediction is really good to get the gameplay loop online. It lets you discharge your sneak attack dice. As we progress into Barbarian, we get reckless attack, so we can discharge our sneak attack dice whenever we want. But yeah, this is the core of the gameplay. These items never change. You keep this until the very end game. Boots of Stormy Clamour are just so good with Valar Louvre. It's such a massive debuff to their saves. Periaptive Wound Closure. Progress towards that because you can drop potions at your feet and heal yourself to full. Like, you are an absolutely incredible tank. Like, the fact that you can splash potions on the floor to just heal yourself. Yeah, Gloves of Baneful Striking as well. Just get it locked in early, guys. Play around with it. Leviathan's in your offhand. 2 splashes with that. Discharge your sneak attack dice. Play around the thief kit. Play around the damage reduction. Just really get a feel for it. I'm going to show you the Wargaz fight now, so you can have a good look at what the early game combat loop looks like. But, you know, like Thief 3, Barbarian 1 is strong. You've just got physical resistance, 3 weapon actions, really smooth early game. Let's have a look at how it progresses and show you all the mechanics around Leviathans and give you an idea of how much the damage ramps up, because it's yeah, surprising. Let's have a look. So we're gonna have a good look at Act 1 gameplay. Now lads, we got all our core items. I'll show you how it all comes together.
Blackith's power is endless. This is not. Approach. I won't ask again. With me.
Okay.
To the death.
Right, we want to force his reaction out, so we'll rage up first. Right, and here's an example of the splash. So we don't have reckless attack yet, and we want to generate advantage to use our sneak attack dice. So we're going to put that there, and we want to get Whispering Promise online. So put a potion at your feet, and you can do any number of combinations with this technique, guys, and just, you know, break the action economy and just get value out of dropping consumables. Like I said, you're a thief, so you should have a good number of them. And that's done some good damage to him there. And we'll go for our sneak attack now. And that's a decent opening turn that. We should finish him next round.
Your life is over. Shema Salah Blackith.
Yeah, we've taken a big hit there. Right, so we want to pop the potion of healing and the potion of speed to set ourselves for our next turn, because our haste potion's running out. We should be able to take him out here. Yeah, job done. So healing potion, and we've got, you know, you're a solid archer, you've got 16 dex, we've got fire on our weapon, look. I'm going to go for ice actually, because a prone would really help us. And we've got our debuff kit as well, so if we get Baneful Strike on him and reverb, there's a fair chance he'll skip his next turn. And then haste ourselves up. But yeah, hopefully you can see like the sustain, the utility. We'll start carving these guys up now. Yeah, carved her up there. they're going to have disadvantage on their save. So I think we're able to take them out. Although, I wonder... I'm just wondering if I could Void Bulb them in, but we'll try and save some resources. Of course they didn't die. Okay. Try and get our line of sight a bit. The Gith are so mobile. They're definitely going to be able to hit us, you know.
What's it gonna take?
Yeah, it's just clean up now. We'll have a look at the Act 2 progression. Power level really starts to ramp up. I think you can see that once we get our cleave, it's GG. Right, let's have a look.
Inquisitor Wargas was potent. We are impressed.
So before we go into the progression into Act 2, where the build gets a massive power spike, Illithid powers, Sonic Overload, right? You absolutely want the Awakened buff from the Zaith'isk. We've got 2 bonus actions. The build makes fantastic use of Illithid powers. I normally stay away from them because they're too strong, but some of the Illithid powers, like, they have an opportunity cost of, you know, self-damage. So I just think they're perfect with how they interact with Uncanny Dodge. Sonic Overload halves this 1d4. Uncanny Dodge halves the 1d4. And then we get the -1 from our magical plate as well. So you can run this continually at about, you know, level 6 when you get awakened. It does, like everything else, no damage to you. You want the Hag's Hair, right, to get your strength to 18, and then you want the potion from Araj to get to natural 20 strength. Like I said, the build is unapologetically try hard. You do need all these buffs. But yeah, Sonic Overload, right? The other one that's really good for you is Shield of Thralls, and you get transfuse health on the way to it. So if you're in a party, you can use that to heal allies. And the other one is Perilous Stakes. So if the shit really hits the fan and you need to, you know, save your allies and then regenerate, you're going to get Tiger Barb Cleave at level 8 as well. So you can, with Periaptive Wound Closure, that'll heal you for 68. And makes you vulnerable to all damage, yeah? You know where this is going. Uncanny Dodge halves it. So you can put Perilous Stakes on and you're not vulnerable to damage. You're not vulnerable because you've got resistances. So you end up just taking normal damage. It's, yeah, just try it. Check out the combat logs. See how Uncanny Dodge and resistances interact. Perilous Stakes, really good. Shield of Thralls is interesting because you're doing self-damage. You can you tend to pop it on demand, and then it just stuns in an AoE, like on your turn. But yeah, Sonic Overload is your bread and butter on a short rest. Rides on everything, rides on your cleave. And yeah, let's have a look at the leveling. So, level 7, we get level 2 Barbarian. Reckless attack, right? That means that we can discharge our sneak attack dice because we just roll with advantage. So, at this point, you move Falar Louvre to your main hand. Leviathan Scourge to your main hand. And then Falar Louvre to your offhand. And the reason for that is at level 8 we get Wild Heart, we get Tiger Heart. So we've got a cleave. So yeah, when you get cleave, Leviathan Scourge goes in the main hand. The way this interacts with Tiger's Bloodlust is insane, right? If you saw the intro, you can aim past the cone of the cleave and you can hit distant targets. It will hit whatever's in front of you and create the same splash wherever your cursor is, and it'll carry the riders. Like, I cannot explain how lethal this is. Like, the AoE damage you can do with Callous Glow, which we get about level 8, Falar Louvre, like Reverberation. It's yeah, it's a lot, guys. We get Flesh Melt the Cloak here as well, which gives us our first retaliation piece. Fire Shield or scrolls are really valuable as well, because Callous Glow, Falar Louvre, Sonic Overload, they'll all ride on it. So if you've got 2 sources of retaliation, so you've got your Flash Melter, that'll never leave you. Any Fire Shield, get a boss fight, force an opportunity attack, you've got the damage reduction. You're going to take no damage, and even at this point in the game, they're going to take a lot of damage back. So Z'rell's Shield gives it to you. There's a few other items that have got it as well. As we talked about in the like the theory crafting, the proto build, you can just put the armors on that give you Fire Shield, take it off. One thing I've got to mention, Titan String, can make good use of that. You've only got 18 decks, but you can roll with advantage from Hide. And if you're not going all in on the debuffing, you can put the Gloves of Dex on and you make a very respectable archer. Obviously it's piercing, so you can get your sneak attack dice off. Right, I'm going to show you the portal fight solo, and this is basically the definitive showcase of the build. So it shows you everything the build does. It's all we do from like level 8 onwards is just increase power level. So we take Barbarian to 5 and then finish Rogue, and all we're doing is like add into our tank and add into our damage, but the core gameplay loop is locked in. So have a look at the damage reduction, right? Have a good watch. Have a look at the dumb shit I'm doing, just so you can get a sense of like the damage potential of this build with like running combustion oil, the damage reduction, the targeting of the Tiger's Cleave, and the splash damage you can do with it. I think the fight's a really good showcase for what the build does. So let's have a look.
You're here. Good. Very well. I need you to stay here. Good. Oakford, get ready.
Yeah, job done, lads. It's, build strong. So, level 9. Barbarian to 4. And take Savage Attacker. Savage Attacker re-rolls all the dice on retaliation damage. And we're going to start building that retaliation. So that's the progression of the build. And level 10, take Barbarian 5, fast movement, extra attack. Lovely stuff. Then Thief to 6. Pick some abilities. Thief to 7. Evasion. Oh boy. Right. There's not much item progression between levels 8 and 11. So basically, your kit is like totally locked in. You could get all these items by level 6 if you wanted to rush them. And then we just keep that kit. You just carve your way through Act 2. Don't worry about enemies being resistant to necrotic damage because they also do necrotic damage. So that's good for you. Like I said, mad damage reduction. Cleave comes on at level 8. You just start carving people up. And then really it's Act 3 then before we get the next items that progress the build. And they can all be rushed. Just we're starting to build in retaliation damage. You'll have seen a lot of the tech on the Hexblade. I've covered it in the workshop, which was the proto build for this. Like a lot of the concepts are the same. But yeah, there's pieces that have got fire shield on them, so just have them in your inventory. There's like 3 or 4 of them. Cast fire shield and equip it. But yeah, anyway, we get into Act 3, right? And these are items you can get early. Horns of the Berserker, amazing. Adds damage to everything. We got so much splash damage, you'd be surprised how many instances of it proc. This and Callous Glow, because we're doing so many instances of small instances of damage, it adds so much. Bone Spike Garb. It's got retaliation. You've seen the tech on the Hexblade. You've seen it on the proto build for the Rogue. It's another instance, and we're adding loads of modifiers to it. The Amulet of Greater Health, right? If you want, you can respec here. You can dump con and pump it into Wisdom for your saves, and obviously your HP goes through the roof, which with our damage reduction is just crazy. Legacy of the Masters. Just really good. Add damage, good for attack rolls. Just a good item. I'm unsure about glove slot. Like you can get Legacy of Masters easy. They just felt really good. They're medium armor, so they drop our AC to 13, which is what we want. Boots of Psionic Movement and Disguise Kits, right? So basically the way it works, you want to disguise yourself as a Githyanki. The Resonant Stone. We're going to be doing a lot of psychic damage, right? But this is our end game kit. So, Bone Spike does retaliation damage. Flesh Melter does retaliation damage. You run in Fire Shield, right? Sonic Overloads adds 3 times. Falar Louvre adds 3 times. Horns of the Berserker adds 3 times. Sonic Movement adds 3 times. 2 instances of psychic damage are doubled. It is very, very solid retaliation damage. It's just casually on the build. Like, you can't die because your damage reduction is so high. You've seen it in the proto build. At this point, the build is absolutely overwhelming. When you hit level 12 and you've got rogue evasion as well, even on a failed save, it halves it, right? But then Uncanny Dodge halves it again. So even if you're failing saves against fireballs, you're only taking 25% of the damage, minus Magical Plate. I don't know what to say. The build is completely unkillable. It does absolutely overwhelming damage. We get Awakened, right? We use Black Hole unashamedly. Some people don't like it because of how strong it is, but once you get this with the Awakened buff and you've got your 2 bonus actions, you're clumping enemies up, right? You're aiming beyond your cleave to splash all this damage with all this riders. You splash that onto them. You run round, proccing all the opportunity attacks. The clearing speed on this build is like something off Path of Exile, guys. It's a monstrosity. It's yeah, I don't know what to say. I try not to oversell my builds. This build's absolutely disgusting. I'll obviously you've seen the showcase in the Sharon fight. There's not a lot to say now. I'll give you a little showcase on a trash mob. I know a lot of like really popular videos seem to be just slaughtering Flaming Fist. So I'll go and see Fist Ephraim, and yeah, just splatter him all over the floor, and just give you one last look at it. But yeah, that's the build. That's my rogue, and we'll just do another little dive into the combat. We'll have a good look at some damage logs, and yeah, let's have a look. I just murdered some Fist, guys. They're too weak. You can't get a good handle on how much damage we're doing, and we're doing so many little instances of damage that it's hard to the best way to do it is just look at how much HP they had to start with and then how much they had at the end. But we got our full kit running, and this is quite a good fight. They got some decent HP. But yeah, we'll rage up. Load Flying Strike. For some opportunity attacks. 32 left, so that's done 60 damage. Yeah, 45 damage. Oh, we didn't have Sonic Overload running. Do some cleaving now. And this is where we show you, look, you can aim past it. Watch. See? You can get him, look. It's, yeah. It's just too much, guys. Don't even know what to do with this action, to be honest. I'll just let them come at us to get some retaliation damage going. But yeah, you got like a massive splash AoE. Got crazy retaliation damage. I'm finished, apparently. Yeah, the damage reduction's good. We'll black hole them. Oh look, he's in the shed. There we go. Right. I don't even think they're gonna survive the first wave. But yeah, let me show you Leviators in action. Aim up there, look. And then we'll lovely stuff. But yeah, this splash damage is strong, man. We're doing offhand sneak attack. Remember, we got loads of sneak attack dice. So yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. The build is as strong as it gets. I make no apologies for that. I'll stand this build up against anything. Yeah, 100 damage a hit on its off turn. Cleaves through everything. Can hit anything. Thanks for watching, guys.